All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that Screencast-O-Matic cuts us off after 15 minutes. But here's a pro tip for figuring out we have two different third-person points of view right now, but to differentiate between all three, you should ask yourself as a pro tip, does the narrator tell the thoughts and feelings of the characters? Because if you don't have the thoughts or feelings of the characters, it's automatically third-person objective. Remember the keyword object. Objects don't have feelings, right? Or thoughts, because they're not alive. Okay? So now that you answered the first question, then answer the second one. If so, how much? So you go, am I limited to only one character? If I'm limited to only one character, it's third-person limited. But now I want to talk to you about the very last, the fifth type of narrative point of view. Okay, so as a review, third-person limited, you're limited to just one person's perspective. Authors normally use this to give you a really good sense of just one character. Authors might use third-person limited to give you a really good sense of just one character. You kind of see how they see the world. You're walking in their shoes. You're walking a mile in their shoes. Maybe I can add some shoes. Okay. So, lastly, we have third-person omniscient. So, in the Latin, and the reason I have this like little emoji, I don't know if you call it an emoji. So this is a little prayer sign. And third-person omniscient, it's like God's perspective. Like we're getting bigger, right? We go from not having anyone's thoughts or feelings, which is fly on the wall. That's third-person objective. To we're limited to one person in third-person limited. And now we have everybody's thoughts and feelings in third-person omniscient. So that's why I have the prayer emoji, because it's kind of like God. If you have a belief in God, you believe that He is able to hear everyone's prayer, that He's able to be inside of everyone's mind. All right, I didn't want to be cisgendered. I guess God could be female. I'm just saying, that's the perspective on that. So from omniscient, we get omni from the Latin and shint. Okay, so let me undo that. Omniscient means all-knowing. That's horrible. All right, so I'm going to have to do some edits before I upload this PDF. But let me magic of television you. All right. So in third person omniscient, we have omni meaning all and shint meaning knowing. So the narrator tells the thoughts and feelings of more than one character. Of all the characters, hence omni. Okay. Not just more than one, but I would even say all. Why not fix that right now? Of all the characters. Okay, so if there's two characters, we know both of their thoughts. If there's several characters, we know all of their thoughts. And I have an example for you of third person omniscient. This is a husband and wife. Taylor was mad and annoyed at Molly. He blamed her. "I don't know what you want from me," he yelled at her. He felt his wife was always getting on his case for no reason. "You don't know what I want from you," she yelled back. Molly couldn't believe that Taylor was unwilling to help her with any of the household chores. Okay, so there we're able to see Taylor's perspective, where he feels that his wife is kind of bullying him or picking on him. We're also seeing Molly's frustration that she's taking care of all of the household chores on her own. Okay, so as a review, third person, there are 3 different types of third person. Third person objective, we have no thoughts or feelings. Third person limited, we are limited to the thoughts and feelings of one character. And then third person omniscient, where we have the thoughts and feelings of all the characters. So now that we're done with this, and I will edit it to add the rest of the notes that might have deleted in between cuts, you are going to go back over all of your notes. And you are going to add questions to the Q column, because the Q column, look, it's empty, So you need to reread everything, think about what terms you want to make flashcards for, or what terms, you need to study, and how you're going to differentiate or tell the difference between these terms. And then down here in the summary, you need to answer the essential question. The essential question is, what are the 5 different types of narrative point of view, and how can you tell them apart? Okay, so answer that question, which I've just revised, right here in your own words, in 2 to 3 sentences. It could be a paragraph. You need to show me what you've learned. This is not just straight copying of the notes. I don't want to see repetition. I want to see you giving me an answer from your own thoughts in 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, so your homework, create your own quiz questions, fill in the Cornell notes with terms, and write a summary that answers the essential question.